हेलो गाइस,
embraces its duty as a
मैं
jeweler
हूं आपका होस्ट और
cherishes their
दोस्त
gems.
जसमोहन फ्रॉम द यूट्यूब चैनल ठंडले। और आज हम वापस से खेल रहे हैं गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट। थोड़ा स्टार्टिंग में मैं स्टटर करने लग गया था क्योंकि मैं देख रहा था कि स्ट्रीम एक्चुअली चालू हुई है कि नहीं, बट स्ट्रीम चालू हो गई है और हमने गेम खेलनी चालू कर दी है। तो लास्ट हमने लीवे का लैंटर्न राइड फेस्टिवल चालू कर दिया था और सब मिनी गेम्स अनलॉक कर दी थी। तो मैंने लीवे की सारी मिनी गेम्स कंप्लीट कर दी है और मैंने पुल किया और कैरेक्टर इनवाइट किया और मुझे C1 याव याव मिल गई है। तो मैंने इसको बिल्ड करना भी चालू कर दिया है। एक सेकेंड, मैं ये, हाँ, मैं एक बार वापस से चेक कर रहा था कि इस गेम की सेटिंग्स ठीक से हुई है कि नहीं और ऑडियो ठीक से जा रही है कि नहीं, बट हाँ, ऑडियो जा रही है। तो मैं ये बता रहा था कि याओ याओ को मैंने अनलॉक कर दिया और मेरी याओ याओ अभी C1 हो चुकी है, लेवल 60 पे पहुंच गई है। इसको मैं धीरे धीरे बिल्ड करूंगा। टैलेंट्स 244 पे पहुंचा दिया है, धीरे धीरे करेंगे। पैसे नहीं है मेरे पास, कंगाल आदमी हूँ मैं। तो आज मैं अभी देख रहा हूँ तो इसका एक लास्ट इवेंट बचा है और लीसा का एक इवेंट बचा है, नया आया है करने के लिए। तो मैं सोचा वो भी करते हैं। तो पहले बैक स्टेज हेल्पर्स कंप्लीट कर देते हैं हम। ये भाग भाग के पहुंचे हम याओ याओ के साथ। I'm so sorry. हैप्पी लंच। कुछ नहीं, बस थैंक्स ही बोल रहा था बंदा कि हमने हेल्प करी। कोई भी हीरो बन सकता है जब भी लोगों के पास स्टोरी रहेगी बात करने के लिए, तो कुछ ना कुछ आ जाएगा। अभी मैंने एक यूनिक चीज नोटिस करी। मैं जब इधर टेलीपोर्ट किया और मैं शांगलिंग के रेस्टोरेंट में जाता हूँ तो पीछे मुझे जोंगली और गोवा दिखाई दिए।
The vegetables are fresh, and there are enough wheats and grains stocked up. I'll pass on the seafood. Oh, it's you. We meet again. Surprised to see me here? It's the director's orders. Xiangling worked all day and night at the restaurant during the festival and didn't get to have any time to enjoy the festivities. The director sent me here to help out in the kitchen so that Xiangling will have some time to herself. But with someone as hardworking as you around, there seems to be nothing much for me to do. It feels good seeing my old friend in the kitchen, fetching ingredients and lighting fires. Perhaps I should borrow Cloud Retainer's Supreme Cuisine machine to speed things up. You'd still prefer to make them by hand, but of course.
शांगलिंग ही है जो एक भगवान और एक आर्कॉन से काम करवा सकती है। नहीं, भूटाओ करवा रही है, पर शांगलिंग के लिए करवा रही है। चलो अभी लीसा वाला करते हैं। ये TCG भी मेरा बाकी है, चलो TCG वाला करते हैं। काफी टाइम से अनलॉक नहीं किया मैंने, देखते हैं क्या चाहिए। टीसीजी के बाद हम लोग लीसा को अनलॉक करते, लीसा के कॉस्ट्यूम को। ये तो चढ़ने लग गई ऊपर बिल्ली देख के, डरती है ये भी मेरी तरह। मेरे को भी बिल्ली ने काट लिया था। कैट टेल अंदर से पहली बार दिख रहा है।
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Ah, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What a nice surprise. Oh, and Sucrose the Alchemist. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale, no matter how much Mora you offer.
पर खरीदने थोड़ी आए हैं।
Don't worry, Margaret. We're not here for that research project I told you about last time.
What research project? For from Cat's Tail staff?
Sucrose, what kind of experiment were you trying to do with the cat's tail? I just wanted to test out some hypotheses, and I needed some materials. But we can talk about that later. Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn more about Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG. We were just talking about that game. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play, so I thought, why not have a dedicated staff to serve the new customers? Speaking of which, I believe you've already met.
Met who?
You know Prince. This is the Cat's Tail after all, so I thought having a cat take care of our new customers would be quite a nice touch.
प्रिंस मेरे को तो याद नहीं आ रहा, बहुत टाइम पहले।
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is much too loose of a term, and we should instead refer to anyone who loves dueling with cards as TCG players.
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet. This is Prince and Shuyan. They will be in charge of taking care of our TCG players.
हम पहली बार देख रहे हैं प्रिंस बिल्ली को।
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most formidable TCG player of all, is capable of providing valuable guidance to our new players. The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
Wow! Another guy who can understand animals!
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is special and the only one of his kind. Such a remark is an insult to Prince. Oh? What's that? Shu Yen. In the eyes of the common folk, I look no different than any other ordinary cat. It's a natural mistake to make, and you shouldn't overreact. Understood. I do apologize.
It seems he really is capable of communicating with the cat. Could this be the result of some modification to the language center of his brain? Seriously, how can he get all of that from a simple meow?
That's pretty weird.
It was the duels of Genius Invocation TCG that allowed our hearts to bond. It's understandable that ordinary people such as yourselves are unable to comprehend such a thing.
So, playing Genius Invocation TCG fosters some sort of a telepathic link between players? Somehow Paimon doubts that.
Anyway, if you'd like to know anything about Genius Invocation TCG, then please ask Shuyan, who will ask Prince. Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll let Prince play a game with you and walk you through all the rules.
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent's sword, so too can I, as a TCG master, predict my opponent's every play. It would be improper to pit a newcomer to the art of the card against one such as myself, and I must therefore politely decline. That's what Prince said.
Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh? Fine, then Prince doesn't have to. We'll play you instead.
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty Cardmaster Prince, I swore an oath that my hands would live solely to hold the cards and not to play them. I will never play another match of my own again.
Prince Paws probably can't hold the cards.
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for an alternative. How about this? Diona!
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Ugh! Don't they have any clue that the key to playing a game is the ability to think straight? Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that? Ugh!
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come over here and teach these customers the rules of Genius Invocation?
Ha! Yeah, what kind of break is that? I'd rather not. Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for a drink.
तू बारटेंडर है, तू बस ड्रिंक बना ना, तेरे को क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है? बना तू चुपचाप, तेरा काम है वो.
You know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry is gonna reach new heights. Looks like my first step in destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry should be stamping out the spread of Genius Invocation TCG.
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Soon, their thirst for victory will overcome their thirst for alcohol. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not only is the spread of Genius Invocation TCG no obstacle to your goal of destroying Mondstadt's alcohol industry, it could even support you in this endeavor.
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then, our two customers are waiting to learn. Shuyan, let's put you on drink mixing duty for now.
But Shu Yan is destined for a far greater purpose.
Shuyan, drink mixing, now.
Okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space to learn. Let's go to that empty table over there.
क्या है ये?
Diona, that's what Prince said. And I need to go start mixing drinks.
गैरी. ओह, अंदर और है. इधर से ऊपर भी है. ओके, बट बैठने की जगह तो है नहीं ऊपर.
Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first. You'll be needing your deck, so place that on the table.
Deck?
Yes. You should have built a deck. You know, a set of cards that meets the bare minimum requirement to play the game. What's with the blank stares? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TCG without bringing any cards.
Don't you have a practice deck we could try?
Yeah, we need a practice deck. Can't you just let us use one? Psh, there's no such thing. Okay, let me think. To learn the game, you'll need at least 2 character cards to switch between. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had left a couple of character cards on the bar counter. Maybe you could use those for now.
Are you sure that's okay?
It's already been a few days and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Who knows? Maybe he left them here on purpose. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case the customer came looking for them. Yeah, not because I like to play the game or anything. Please.
All right, so now we have 2 character cards. That's everything we need, right?
Yep. So, are you ready to start?
I'm ready.
All right, then let's begin.
देखते हैं.
Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your opponent. Pew, pew, pew. Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards, victory shall be yours. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Select Diluc as the active character.
Let's go.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions. Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice to perform various actions. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills. Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack. And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again.
वापस skill.
Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move regardless of the elemental type. So, we're gonna use them to pay for the Pyro dice needed for this skill. Go on, give it a try. That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. But the game has only just begun. Remember, you have to defeat all opponents to win. As much as we'd like to attack again, it seems like we've run out of usable dice. In that case, let's end this round. After you end round, you won't be able to do anything else this round.
Okay.
And once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round. All right, here we are, a fresh new round. And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. That's how we're gonna get the elemental energy we need, after all. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use Diluc's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to reroll. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and re-roll them.
Okay.
When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first the last round, you'll be the first to start this round. Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental bursts. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy.
Okay.
Once Diluc's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But we're still 1 short. Never mind. Let's start with a normal attack instead. Diluc's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill. Now we have 3 energy, plus we have enough pyro elemental dice left over. It's time to use your powerful elemental burst!
चलो देखते हैं. भाई साहब. विक्ट्री. अरे यार मेरे को और नहीं करना है यार. कितना बड़ा है ये ट्यूटोरियल.
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need to use multiple character cards to form a party. Next up, it's time for your second character card, Kaya, to take the stage. Oh, it seems like any move by Kaya is going to cost quite a lot of cryo dice.
चलो रीरोल करते हैं.
When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Freeze!
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. This is a good time to learn about elemental reactions. Different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental combos, an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo, so we should try and use a pyro skill on them. Looks like we have to switch active characters, though. Oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have 1 active character, while others are considered standby characters. Normally, we can only use the active character skills. Now, if we want to use the skills of our standby character, we'll have to switch them to the active character. In this case, we'll have to switch to Diluc in order to use his skills. You can spend 1 elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
Let's go.
Switching characters is an action just like using a skill. So once it's done, it's your opponent's turn.
Okay.
Most skills can only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked Diluc. Alright then, now that Diluc is our active character, it's time to use his skill. Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, dealing pyro damage triggers the melt elemental reaction. When triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Genius Invocation's elemental reaction system is pretty cool, huh?
But boring. I hope और ना हो। ओ भाई 2 और करने हैं यार, गलती कर दी मैंने।
All right. Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action cards. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to form your starting hand. Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack.
कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते अपन।
Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases like this, we can still attack. We just don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of support and buffs to your active character. Take this one, for example. So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type. Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any kind of elemental dice. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now, just play this action card. So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action card. Well then, you have your blade. Time to test it out. But wait, Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1. Well, not a problem. This is where we can use a more advanced mechanic known as elemental tuning. By discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character. Sometimes, you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well, in Genius Invocation TCG, keeping up a constant flow of combat is much more important than the number of cards you have. In this case, well, let's just take all these useless cards and use them for elemental tuning. Just like playing cards from your hand, elemental tuning is a fast action. Come on, hurry up! Use elemental tuning to get yourself 3 pyro dice. Well, would you look at that? Finally, we now have enough elemental dice to use Searing Onslaught. Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra damage! What?
यार कंट्रोलर के साथ बहुत डिफिकल्ट है खेलने के लिए ये गेम। बस अब ये लास्ट है, मैंने गलती कर दी है अभी चालू करके। अननेसेसरी टाइम स्पेंड हो रहा है।
Now comes the final part. Hoo-yeah! In a real match, you can make adjustments to your initial hand. At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the same number of new cards. What? Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, Both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. We gotta take it out pronto. Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
This will be interesting.
एक, दो, तीन, चार, पाँच। ओहो, चलो क्रायो का कुछ तो आया।
Hey, look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these roles. Now let me teach you one last trick, free of charge. You can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent. Check it out! So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round. All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily defeat your opponents. Well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on your own from here. May victory be yours!
Cool it!
Okay.
Let's go.
Elemental ट्यूनिंग के लिए यूज करो। यूज स्किल -5 माय टर्न कंटिन्यूस। अरे मेरे को यूज करना चाहिए था। I'm ending the round. कुछ कर नहीं सकते थे अपन।
Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards from your action cards pile. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to win.
चलो बढ़िया। चल फायर आया, बढ़िया। बढ़िया। हील योर एक्टिव कैरेक्टर एंड फेज पे। ये पहले यूज करना चाहिए था। चलो ये अपन यूज करेंगे। अरे 2 सेम एलिमेंट, ये गलत है यार। क्या बात है, हो गया। वो एक एक्स्ट्रा डैमेज की वजह से हो गया। चलो फाइनली टीसीजी करके खत्म हुआ। बार बार नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आएगा।
All right, cool. Those are the basics. Did you get all that? What we just played was an adventure challenge designed specially for new players. Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed deck for each challenge. But the rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics, then you should be able to take on any of those rowdy booze hounds.
Although I feel there are still many details to grasp, I think I understand the basic premise of the game now.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist had such an eclectic skill set.
What? Oh, when did you get here?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
Not at all.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway, what are you doing here?
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, you have some collaboration with my winery. I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now, you might still catch up with her.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more interested in this card that you're using to teach them the game.
Wait, this card? It's Diluc's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TCG, seeing this particular card is a first for me.
A customer left it behind a few days ago, but he wasn't even playing the game while he was here.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't much of a talker and looked like he was just drinking his worries away. Never seen him around here before.
Eye patch, you say?
That's clear. There's no doubt about it.
I was trying to give the opposite description, but I just ended up giving it away. Sorry, guard captain.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble over it.
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation TCG.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share.
You up for a game now?
I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image at the Cat's Tail is very intriguing. It's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. We'll have to have that duel another time.
Sure, I look forward to it.
Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the door hit ya where Lord Barbados split ya. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a game of Genius Invocation TCG?
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. This sounds like fun, but in order to play an official duel, you need to have 3 character cards. Remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 action cards.
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. And I didn't know what they were for at first. But now that we've learned the rules, I can see that this one must be the Sucrose character card. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucrose character cards. So why don't we have our first duel?
Hold on, I need a moment. I'll be right back.
Take your time. I look forward to our first duel.
चल यार खत्म करते हैं अभी,
Ready for our duel?
इसके बाद और कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए।
Let the
एनिमो स्विच किया।
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, duels are true tests of strength between two players. In a duel, your opponent can also use action cards, and they'll also be able to grab new cards during an end phase. At the same time, your opponent must also spend elemental dice to take actions, so you'll be unable to view their intent. Are you ready? It's time for some exhilarating fights to the bitter end. Mewza!
I can do it.
अरे मैंने सुक्रोस यूज कर ली। मेरे पास एनिमो तो है ही नहीं यार। अरे यार और अपन अभी ये करेंगे। यूज स्किल
Animo test 6308.
I have switched to D-Look. ओके अपना कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा भाई साहब, गंदा फंसा मैं। वेस्ट हो गया उल्टा। रोल फेस पायरो है, पायरो है। 1 2 3 4 5 बकवास। Okay. Nice.
Cool it!
ये किया। अपने को भी बंद करना पड़ रहा है। Claymore. एनिमो पे स्विच होने का अपने को। अपने को एनिमो पे स्विच होना है। Okay. Okay.
I want to help.
Okay. And हम ये करेंगे।
Absorption test.
Okay. Burst. Okay.
Ready when you are.
Your turn continues. एक दो तीन चार पाँच चलो ये use skill.
Freeze!
I can do it.
And check. Done.
Enhanced animal module 75.
क्या बात है, मेल्ट भी हुआ. ओ भाई साहब, ओहो भाई 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 भाई. आई थिंक आई एम डन. अच्छा लिया मैंने काया को उड़ाने का भी. ओ ये क्या था?
Need to make adjustments.
सुप्रोस अच्छी है रे.
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation.
Oh. Nice. I think D-loop पे switch करना better है. अरे यही करते ना.
Animal test 6308.
काया भी उड़ा ना.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
ये गया. ओ भाई ये गया.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
गया. My turn continues.
Let's go.
My turn continues. And she's dead.
There can be no excuse for this.
भाई कितना देर लग गई है इस क्वेस्ट को. करना लीसा का था, ये करने बैठ गया मैं.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact same character cards. The rules must be more complicated than I first thought. Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game. If there was only a way to transplant the arms of the two standby characters onto the active character's body.
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose. Don't be a sore loser. That kind of thing is looked down on in TCG circles.
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square. I know that. I just can't stand losing. But it was a fun match.
It was a close call. You went easy on me.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned. Especially when there's an alchemy genius like Albedo around to compare myself to.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. But I'm pretty sure it's normal to feel that way. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to win the next one to settle the score. And the desire to win pushes you to improve your strategy and build a better deck. Seizing victory through a winning combination of luck, skill, and experience is where all the fun of Genius Invocation lies.
But what if you keep trying and never win a single game?
A losing streak, yeah. That'll definitely get you down. But it's way better to keep trying until you win than to just accept you're a plain old loser and give up.
You make a good point, Diona.
Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress. It'd take at least 8 of our regular booze hounds to match your level. You played well this last match.
Agreed, it was a brilliant game.
Thank you. I'm just a little disappointed to lose, that's all. But Genius Invocation TCG is a really fun game.
Good! Having fun is the main thing. If you ever want to play again in the future, feel free to come by the Cat's Tail. But don't expect me to play with you. I just mean, this place probably has the right atmosphere.
I'll definitely be back.
All right. I think you should have all the basics down by now. I need to get back to bartending. Shiyan's likely been busy making his tavern more popular with his delicious cocktails. Pui, pui, pui. And we can't have that. Huh. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me pretty busy, you know. So if you need any more help, go bother Shiyan.
Talk to Shoyun. अरे यार खत्म करो ना यार.
I see. So you have now grasped the rules of Genius Invocation TCG.
That's right. The Traveler, Sucrose, and Paimon are TCG players now.
I didn't notice you play any matches, Paimon.
Paimon picked it up from watching you and Sucrose.
Becoming a TCG player is not as simple as that. You cannot call yourselves true TCG players until you have passed the test. Sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become official players recognized by the Genius Invocation TCG Society, you have to pass the test.
What does it entail? Feeling a amateur with a deck of cards?
It's just a tabletop card game. I'm not sure how you would plan on achieving something like that. Basically, to become an official and recognized TCG player, you have to best 3 opponents in a duel.
So, you have to win 3 duels against 3 different opponents?
The duel you just played can count towards this tally. I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match myself, I did listen along, and from what I could hear, you both performed at a rather high level.
Same way you can hear what Prince says?
A well-trained ear is a basic skill expected of anyone hoping to become a TCG master. But back to the matter at hand. The Traveler only needs to beat 2 more opponents to become an official TCG player. Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't be disheartened. I can assure you that winning 3 games is well within your ability. But first things first, Shuyen. Before that, our TCG newcomers should receive their free gift. Ah, yes, my goodness. Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind me. Everyone who wants to start playing Genius Invocation TCG is entitled to claim a free casket of tomes.
Where have I heard that before?
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he? It was from the light novels he's been reading. The thing that the main character found in his attic.
Oh, that's right! The soul of an ancient TCG player was trapped inside, right? So the casket of tomes is actually real?
Well, actually, all card cases in Genius Invocation TCG are called caskets of tomes. Not only do they provide a reliable and sturdy container to store your decks, they can also sense when other people in the area are also carrying a casket of tomes with them.
Oh, Paimon can guess what you're gonna say next. The reason they can sense each other is because they have the souls of ancient TCG players inside.
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been turned into disembodied souls as a consequence of playing card games. No. The real reason that it can sense other caskets is because it holds a nifty little mechanism invented by Sumeru scholars.
Darn, what a letdown.
Sounds like a convenient way of finding other TCG players.
All right, now let's see this casket of tomes already.
All caskets of tomes are issued by Margaret, so you will need to see her to claim yours. Probably for the best. If Prince and I were responsible for handing them out, knowing how eager we both are to promote the game, we'd probably have dished them all out by now. Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes, use it to find another player, beat them in a duel, and then come back here.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total. What about the last one?
I shall choose the final contestant he must beat in order to become an official TCG player, for it must be one of comparable prowess. Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling, both of you.
Go to Margaret. एक मिनट पहले ना डियोना से एक बार वापस बात करके देखते कि हमें कुछ खरीदने को मिलता है कि नहीं.
Go. Prince seems to have high hopes.
Let me get. You need to win 3.
Hello, you 3. Has little Diona finished teaching you the rules of genius invocation? Ah, I see you're here for your casket of tomes, aren't you? A very useful tool indeed.
So this is a casket of tomes.
That's right, a purpose-built case for your card deck that can even detect when someone else nearby is carrying one. Gosh, whoever invented this must have seriously disliked being alone.
Yeah, well, even the most fun game is pretty lonely if you got no one else to play it with.
True. So I'm glad that these customers, TCG players, are able to congregate at the Cat's Tail. You're not wrong, but that's secondary. The important thing to me is the opportunity for like-minded people to come together and enjoy their favorite hobby.
All right. In that case, I'll go find some people to play against too. Let's meet back at the Cat's Tail in a while.
You can win this.
Thanks. I'll do my best.
नहीं करने वाला, बस बहुत हो गया आज के लिए. अभी हम सेकंड ब्लूमिंग करने वाले. Enter cafe.
Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafoor. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafoor now. We're old acquaintances, so how about we stop beating around the bush, hmm? First you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Oh, that's Gafoor! He's the one we're searching for. But he seems to be busy talking with someone else. Maybe we should wait for them to finish.
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects and plans have lost their backbone, so to speak. Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you as a proud disciple. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa. With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a Herbad by now.
It's Lisa.
Hold on! That's Lisa! The librarian Lisa! Our Lisa! heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago. What's Lisa doing here now?
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince me to come back, aren't you?
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the Academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The Academia needs people right now, and some of these projects are quite important.
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus doesn't know that you're talking to me about this.
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the Academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafour, it isn't a good idea to lie to people. Our teacher knows exactly why I left the Academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to come back. Giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the Academia as a Spontamod researcher. The price of seeking wisdom is no longer something I'm willing to pay. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a Spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
Keep your voice down. Shh, Paimon.
Besides, taking care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of my time. Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what our teacher always said. A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafour. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, the underlying meaning of what you just said is simply wrong. And there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. 2 people have been eavesdropping on us for quite a while now. Is there anything we can help you two with?
Hello, Lisa.
Long time no see, Lisa.
Well, if it isn't you two.
Cutie.
Long time no see, cutie. Paimon.
Excuse me, but what business do you two have here?
Well, actually, we're here to participate in a research project on ley lines for Spontamod. We just finished registering with Effendi.
Which is when we happen to run into you, Lisa.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling. You haven't joined the Academia, have you?
Only as project volunteers.
Right. Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers. That's what we came to see Gafour about.
Paid volunteers? Gafour, is the Academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the use of outsiders?
No. The paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety protocols. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But if only you would agree to come back and preside over some matters, we wouldn't have to go through all this nonsense.
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into domains, which can be dangerous.
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a walk in the park to us.
It's been so long now. I can only imagine what wonderful stories you have to share.
So there's nothing to worry about.
Since you two are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment while I talk to Lisa.
I'm sorry, Gafour. My answer is still no.
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have never regretted my decision to leave the Academia. And I don't think that will change in the future.
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever, Lisa. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting.
समझ गया लौंडा.
In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave. See you at the Darshan reunion in a few days.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you two, please come see me later in the Mautiima forest when you're free. We'll need your help with the volunteer work. Oh, and one last thing, Lisa.
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Mondstadt.
Thank you. Well then, cuties, now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat.
Recruiter? You mean your food, right?
Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafoor is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru? Are the Knights okay with you being gone?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I thought to myself, why not go on a trip and relax a little? I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spantamad Darshan at the Academia for 2 years. But instead of staying at the Academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to become the librarian for the Knights of Favonius.
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
Why did you choose to leave the academy?
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago. If anything, it all boils down to a difference in philosophy. When I first came to the Academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me to participate in several major projects. But most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding, so failure was only to be expected. I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've experienced a lot.
I don't wish to return to the Academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours that start after 10 a.m., with regular afternoon tea every day.
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian because she doesn't want to deal with hassles all the time.
That is Lisa's style.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a job. And besides, being able to take regular vacations is also really important. It's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Gafoor found me just after I arrived in Sumeru.
Which child?
Speaking of which, what about you two? What brings my favorite cuties to Sumeru? I see. So you came to Sumeru in search of information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, the god of wisdom. The two of you have more pressing issues than entertaining a tourist like me. I wanted to walk around Sumeru with you, but now doesn't seem like the right time. What a pity. It's very rare for us to meet like this.
I'm not that busy.
Oh, then would you like to spend some time with me, darling? That would be wonderful. I plan to spend the next few days visiting around Sumeru City. At the end of my stay, I'll leave from Gandharvaville and return to Mondstadt via Liyue. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again in Sumeru City or Gandharvaville. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like this. It's like icing on the cake for this little vacation of mine.
Yep.
If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello. Otherwise, I might start feeling lonely. I remember, you two agreed to meet Gafoor in Mount Te'ima Forest to talk about the ley lines research job. Feel free to leave if you want to go look for him. As for me, I think I'll spend a little more time at Puspa Cafe.
पुष्पा नहीं पुष्पा नाम तो सुना ही होगा फायर है फायर domain of buried feet.
There you are. Looks like you two are ready.
Yep.
Very well. Let me inform you of some details. Spantamad has been involved with the ley lines for a long time, and it's imperative that their current is constantly monitored. This research project was also organized to help meet this demand. However, Because of normal fluctuations often occur in Sumeru domains, we must regularly send people deep into various domains to record the situation with the ley lines. Since it's often dangerous inside the domains, we've established a rule of only dispatching personnel with combat capabilities. It'll be your task to go into the domain and record any ley line anomalies. However, if you encounter any danger, please prioritize your safety. Well, those are all the necessary details. When you're ready, you may enter the domain.
Okay. तो चलो ये एक्सक्यूजेड नाइट का हो गया और अभी ये एक बार ये डोमेन कर लेते हैं हम। देख सबसे पहले तो ये दोनों रहेंगे अपने हैं। ये क्या है? Shongling, Benny और जीन। अरे यार नाहिदा कौन अपने को हीलर लगेगा। याओ याओ लेते याओ याओ। चलो स्टार्ट देखते हैं देखा जाएगा।
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come.
Nice and spicy. You're toast. I'm going in. I swear by my sword.
Into the wind. As one with
Wind and cloud.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Barbados! Guide us!
Go as planned. I'm the right man. I'm going in.
clouds high.
The birds call. Current round completed. Entering next round.
Make yourselves at home. This way's turn a little. Billowing surge. Rest and rebuild. Roll.
Let's light it up! I'm going in!
One with nature.
Share my knowledge.
As one with wind and cloud.
The wind knows me.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Make yourselves at home. Yeah.
One with
Round completed.
Shine down! Sakura swirl!
Sure.
Go get it, you away. Share my knowledge. This way turn a little.
Torn to oblivion!
Oblivion.
My apologies!
Roll. Make yourselves at home. You away. Yep.
Take flight! There is no escape! Inazuma
Shine
shine!
the town on.
Coming Saturn! So that's
Okay.
whirling snow!
Ready, go! Share my knowledge. Committed to memory.
Illusion shattered! My apologies!
Yeah.
Now you shall...
So tired.
Make yourselves at home.
It's done. And I got gold. Exit. तो कुछ भी नहीं है मतलब इवेंट के अंदर हो गया. बंदा का अरे भाग गया वो. किधर है वो? भाग गया वो. ये रहा. Okay, complete all challenges. चलो सब हो गए. तो बहुत छोटा था इवेंट था तो अच्छा है मैंने जीनियस टीसीजी चालू कर दिया. ओ प्रीमोजेम भी है.
Whirling snow!
तो मैं विश भी कर सकता हूँ. नाइस. तो चलो हमारा लीसा का इवेंट हो गया है. अब हम क्या करें? टीसीजी का ही करें. या हम हमारे गुड फ्रेंड मिस्टर विनीत से पूछ सकते हैं कि क्या वो खेलना चाहते हैं हमारे साथ.
Let's go see.
Finding someone to chat to would be better than just standing around.
Wind go with you.
तो मिस्टर विनीत हमारा फोन नहीं उठा रहे हैं, तो हम
It's you.
यही करेंगे.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can assist the two of you with?
We want to become official Genius Invocation TCG players. But we have to pass the test first, so we need to beat 3 players in a duel. Our Casket of Tomes led us to you.
Oh, I see. Unfortunately, I'm on duty right now.
But it's time to duel. When it comes to your attention that a citizen of Mondstadt is in need, you must come to their aid, promptly and willingly.
Are you quoting the Knights of Favonius handbook at me? So be it. Then let the duel begin.
Let's start. Okay, my deck. Start. Only gray mode. Okay. I have chosen Diluc. Dendro. My turn, okay? Okay. अभी हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते, तो हमने एंड कर दिया राउंड. मारो मारो. हम मार ही खाने के लिए. अभी हम चलेंगे. रोल करो रोल. एनिमो है खत्म. बाद में. This is now going to be my.
I can do it.
चलो. And now it's time for me to use my skill.
Absorption test.
I'm going to end the round. चलो एनिमो पे आए. Draw 2 cards. Use skill.
Mark 2.
वो भाई डिलूक जाएगा मेरा. And that's done. End round. And game's over.
Gosh, I lost. You're remarkably good at this, considering how new to the game you are. Let's play again when you have some time. But ideally, not when I'm on duty.
We did it! Now we have 2 victories under our belt. Let's get back to the cat's tail. Paimon wonders who Prince is gonna pick as our final contestant.
चलो.
I sensed that he had what it took to become an official TCG player, but he has returned to the tavern more quickly than I had expected. Defeat the opponent I have arranged for you, and you shall become an official TCG player. I look forward to watching this game immensely. Not just Prince, I can't wait either. Come, your opponent is waiting for you in one of the private rooms.
He won't lose to them, whoever it is. Right, Traveler?
Naturally.
What ho, fellow voyager of the Stellar Void. Yes,
Even I was briefly discountenanced when I heard the tidings of your sworn oath to become the thrice victorious. But so be it. You who are enslaved by dueling desire, be released from your shackles into the glorious arena of gladiatorial combat.
ये रही हमारी एमी फिशल द प्रिंसेस.
Step forth, O brave challenger. Your princessin grants you an audience. Hearken well. The wretched clock chimes yet again, as the declining light of the day grows dimmer still.
Pardon my directness, but we have not been waiting that long. Mein Fräulein could afford to be a little less impatient.
Huh? Paimon knows those voices.
Your opponent sounds anxious to begin. Do not delay. That's what Prince said. Please enter and enjoy your Genius Invocation TCG duel.
चलो.
Paimon knew it! It's Fischl and Oz!
Who else but the princessin? For, as the name of this hallowed rite suggests, only when the wisest of heroes is summoned can the master of cards hope to be crowned the champion. This path is a treacherous one. It must be tread with great caution, for eternal doom and damnation are but one wrong step away at any given moment. That is why none is more suited to appear in this audience chamber than the princessin, whose Aug de Verurtelung des großen Kaleido-Phantasmus has witnessed 10,000 battles across 3,000 worlds.
Oh, is that right?
Indeed. Mein Fräulein has watched many games of Genius Invocation TCG and has gained a solid grasp of the rules. Even in a duel between beginners, it is best that both participants are well versed in them.
Oh, that's true.
A duel between beginners.
Ah, this makes sense now. Prince did say that he was gonna pair us with someone of a similar skill level. Guess that means Fischl hasn't been playing that long either.
The princessin needed but a single glance at these mere machinations of mankind to discern their working principles. Thus, with speed and brilliance paralleled by lightning alone, do I now arrive here at the gateway to yonder circle of secrets.
Mein Fräulein, too, has bested 2 opponents thus far, and is therefore one step away from becoming an official TCG player.
So there's a lot on the line, huh? Either Fischl or the Traveler is gonna come out of this duel as an official TCG player!
Indeed.
The princessin herself heeds the call of fate and descends to this realm from the Immanakreich. Yet still, you dare to doubt the inevitability of the inevitable. Your stubborn foolishness is contemptible.
Mein Fräulein, I implore you to consider less odious turns of phrase, lest you be forced to feast on your words in the fullness of time.
I shall not lose, Oz! What say you, Outlander? Do you wish to make an enemy of me, the Princessin de Verurtelung, who even now begins to strum the strings of fate that shall sound out the traveler's requiem?
Verily, it's time to duel.
Then I say it is time to see what you are made of.
बेनेट. यार बेनेट और फिशर के पास क्या पावर है? हाइड्रोडाई. Okay, switch. Summon.
Let's finish this, swiftly.
You attack first, मतलब मैं करूँगा. चला आईडी लूप का कुछ तो आया. बकवास। Goose.
I summon thee!
अरे भाई साहब, ओके let me switch to sucrose.
I want to help.
My turn continues. I'm ending my turn. अरे भाई साहब, roll phase. क्या बात है। And अपन अभी ये चलेगा। Use skill.
Animal test 6308.
अपने को एंड ही करनी पड़ेगी, अपने को कैरेक्टर भी स्विच नहीं करने का।
Out of the way!
ओ भाई 5 गलत है यार ये। Animal. Use skill. बहुत डिफिकल्ट लग रही है गेम.
Ready when you are.
I have switched to Kaya.
Freeze!
And he's dead.
This is but a small sacrifice necessary to achieve ultimate victory.
Your turn continues. And I'll quit.
I want to help.
अरे मेरे को हीलिंग करना था यार.
Cool it!
Elemental tuning.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Nice. I think मेरी ओ बच गया.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Use skill. चल बेटा. End round. Swirl. ये प्ले करने का है. एलिमेंटल ट्यूनिंग. ठीक है. And I'll do the burst.
What it is? Don't lose your luck. I'm not done.
What happened? Oz, with lightning twixt upper and lower mandible. Strike thy pointy beak into this obstacle and remove it from my path!
Mein Fräulein, I cannot simply attack the traveler.
I shall switch my character.
Ready when you are.
Nostro.
Cool it!
I won. Melt.
Fräulein.
सुक्रोस मरते मरते बची.
Impossible! Ugh, the cursed dragon looms near once more, casting its dark shadow on the slender threads of fate, hiding them from my vision. Traveler, was even this part of your plan?
What a truly ingenious plot, and what an exciting duel to witness.
Congratulations! You've won 3 duels now. That makes you an official TCG player.
Yeah! Oh, Sucrose, you're back! Does that mean...
Yep. I've won 2 games so far. When I got back, I heard you were in the middle of your final duel, so I came over to watch.
Nice! Sucrose won too as well! Great work!
It seems I am forced to admit, fellow voyager of the stellar void, that your mastery of the cards is second to none. To commemorate your glorious ascent to a battlefield beyond this lowly mortal realm, I grant thee an incarnation of my majesty in miniature. As you embark on this ingenious vocation, may you wield it in battle against all your fated foes, that not a single one of them may be left standing.
Mein Fräulein wishes to give you a Mein Fräulein character card.
Wow! It's Fischl's character card!
I dare not take advantage of the princess's generosity.
'Tis a mere token of such. To the victor of this splendid duel is a boon of commensurate splendor due.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am. I am also a beginner who has won 2 games so far. Might I also have the honor of joining you in a duel? If you would be willing, of course.
Nothing would delight me more. I hereby grant you permission to join me in performing the hallowed rite of genius invocation.
One other thing. When I got back, Prince and Shuyan said there was something they needed to give you if you managed to become an official TCG player.
Hopefully an instant victory card.
No card game in the world has a card like that! Paimon bets it's some kind of prize for making it as an official TCG player! Let's go get our prize!
With 3 electro dice, I summon my eternal familiar, Osvaldo Hrathnavine, to my side. Heed my invocation!
But, Mein Fräulein, I have been by your side all along.
I mean in the game, Oz.
Ah, so it was you who won the duel in the end. I knew you'd do it. Congratulations! You are now officially recognized members of the Genius Invocation TCG community. Very well done. Now, I will explain to you what becoming an official TCG player entails. The first thing all new official TCG players receive is their TCG Player's Handbook. This handbook tells you exactly what you need to do to become a top-tier TCG player. Make sure you read it. Secondly, a range of Genius Invocation merchandise is now available for you to purchase here at the Cat's Tail. So you see, becoming an official TCG player is really just the first step. And thirdly, Whenever you wish to play a game with a friend, you can use the invitation board there. Whoever you wish to duel against, simply invite them to the tavern for a game.
Invitation board.
Yes, it's right by the bar counter. Once you get the hang of it, you can play with your friends whenever you want. That's it, really. If there's anything else you didn't quite understand, you can always come and ask me. Yes, indeed, I'm quite sure they will. Oh, sorry, I forgot to translate for you. Prince would like to say, hope you have fun playing Genius Invocation TCG.
चलो खत्म. ये quest भी completed. चलो अभी बाकी का खेल खेल के होएगा. Next. Let's finish ये वाला quest also. Report back to Simon. ये भी कर दे. Simon 0. Well, here they are. You're missing one slate. No tricks. Why didn't you tell us from the start? क्या कर रही है? अरुमी एक वेपन के लिए अपने को कितना कुछ करना पड़ता है. Confront him. What है? भाग गया क्या? भाग गया ये। पकड़ के मारेंगे इसको। Who are you, Nemesis? That's our line. Who are you? What's that got to do with you? I will not cut down a nameless person. Oh, you Outlanders have such a rule as well. How interesting. There's no need to waste time here. Just fight him already. Silence you. Okay. You've come to save this kid? No, he hasn't. Silence you. Alright, you speak first. We are here to settle a score with him. Oh, what a coincidence. I'm here to do just that myself. In which case, I'm afraid you're going to have to get in line. Would you like to know who saved him the previous time? You did? He told me so at least a few times. Oh, then that's alright. He bluffed you into helping find the stone slate, didn't he? But he didn't tell you. A key. Yeah, you see the treasure doesn't just have one gate, but three. Want to open that door? Slate's key, you'll need them both. This fellow is a little snake, had us all fooled. How about this? I suggest that you and I settle this whole treasure between us. From the looks of you, you aren't with the shogunate. That suits me just fine. I'd sooner trust an outlander than one of those lackeys. If you can prove your ability, I'll let you into my group. It's a good read for you. What about Jiro? For him, I'll have the dogs tear into shreds. We'll pack the pieces up and chuck them into the sea. You have the dogs? What do you mean by that? I mean, the Taro doesn't bite. And how do you know that? He's a good dog, he won't bite anyone. I think you're in need of a few dog bites already. But that's the thing, Taro wouldn't bite anyone. He's a real friendly dog. Shut up. What? But just shut up already. Or do you need me to smash you, cage and everything? अबे क्या चल रहा है ये? Now where were we? We were talking about a key. Ah, it's on his person. The smart Alec thought that he could hide the treasure key and keep all the treasure for himself. But he was way too hostile for his own good. He's just full of openings. Now in our line of work, the most important thing is the sense of fairness. Things don't end well for those who try to hold everything for themselves. It's just the principle of the matter, you know. And when someone doesn't listen to his brother, then slightly harder measures are required. So he fled into the cage, locked himself inside, and threw the key away. What? I know, right? He stunned us right into silence too. But then he gave a cry of shock. I threw the wrong key. I threw the cage key into the trees opposite us. What in the world is that? So the person you're trying to save is this hapless, worthless man. Not much to his character either. He's a deserter, hated by all. And finally, he even got on the bad side of someone he couldn't afford to offend. But you on the other hand, you're a smart person. You've got brain, brawn, and you've got your ways. Between him and I, it should be pretty obvious who you should choose. I wouldn't call myself that intelligent. I'd say you're the unintelligent one here. What do you mean by that? The treasure, I'm taking all of it. Give me Saito, I'll take both him and the treasure. Alright. So, is that so? Well, that's a shame. Real shame. Ah, फालतू गिरी है बे.
Take flight! Let's light it up!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
You win this battle.
Everybody stand back!
One with nature!
treasure orders कहाँ से आ गए?
Don't be scared!
That try! That tingle? I got carried.
Wind strike!
Whirling snow!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Uruguay, you're up!
Fry!
The wind knows me.
Teamwork is Dream work! Let's light it up!
Clouds high.
Bird's call.
Should replace my hammer.
Hey, go away! Stay put!
अबे वो लोग क्या कर रहे हैं ऊपर?
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Don't be scared! Embrace the ice!
Crazy eyes.
One with nature.
Let's light it up!
You, Blade!
Not breaking a sweat.
Wind strider. Clouds high.
The bird's call.
Teamwork is dreamwork! My apologies!
You need to hurry up.
Sakura swirl!
Call.
Wind strider.
Take flight!
Go get it, you Blade! Don't be scared!
This was well done.
I'm going in!
Stay put!
I must collect.
Fallen leaves.
Adorn my night.
Off we go! Didn't see that coming.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
My apologies! Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
मैं कितना लंबा बैटल है बे?
You need to hurry up. Roasted fried.
Everybody stand back! Whirling snow!
This was well done. You need to hurry up. Roasted
Let's light it up!
unfortunate fault.
कितना लंबा था? We are here for the treasure, you know, the treasure. चलो क्या बात है? Cabbages, wheat and mushroom. Tomato. Sheriff Amon, he isn't tricking us this time. But there's nothing. I think I get what happened. What is this? We did so much, planned for so long, but in the end, come on, don't get so down. Let's go home, Zero. क्या चल रहा है मेरे को नहीं समझ रहा।
Off we go!
ये तो इतना टाइम बाद ये क्वेस्ट किया है ना, याद ही नहीं आ रहा चालू कैसे हुआ था ये। My Jiro's back. You little brat. Bet you've been slacking off instead of fighting for excellency like you ought to have. And to top you off, you didn't even have time to write. Jiro's been working hard. Working hard at everything but fighting, am I right? What do you mean? It means you are a month-old mouth breather. This kid can always count on your falling for his fears, but not me. I always see through his little lies. I'll bet he ran away to have his own little adventure because he thought army life was hard-going and dangerous, just like you when you were young. Lazy, impatient, and feckless, but fond of a good rat. You men are all the same. Why would you start thrashing me all of a sudden? Let him speak for himself. What happened? Well, it's a long story. You're an embarrassment. The what now? What is this nonsense? I'm ashamed to even call you my son. You should just sort of to be a comedian in the city and don't come back. You hear? I'm just glad you didn't lose a limb, Juro. Though, to be honest, we'd be more relieved if you did. But guys, we have caravans for you. Well, again, we're just glad that you came back safe. After all, you had to join the army because of that little crime you committed. But ever since you left, neither we nor the village chief have been able to protect you. But you've got to learn to look out for yourself, how to choose your path wisely, how to assess risks. You're a clever kid, but that's not enough when you are away from home. You need to be cautious and... Alright, that's enough nagging, you old fossil. What our boy needs right now is a bath and a good rest. Paimon heard you mention that he committed a little crime. What's that about? Oh, it was nothing, just a stupid mistake by some reckless young men who bit off more than they could chew. I wouldn't call it a mistake though. Yes, as I was saying, they made a mistake and there was no excuse for that. Silly me, I talked so much, but left your payment out. Well, since my own son isn't worth finding my hopes on, I'll hand our heirloom blade over to you. Please accept this priceless family heirloom as ours, as wild Virgil for his life. I hope that the path ahead won't render this blade bloodstained, youngster. I won't worry about that. This blade's so blunt, it's nearly turned back into a bullet. Oh no, don't show such disrespect to our heirloom blade. Come on, take this drawing with you as well. See, this is how a blade used to look. Look at this beautiful pattern, the smooth arc, the lovely cross section and sharp edge. Alright. How long are you going to caress that artwork, huh? Give them the gift already. Just take good care of them, youngster. Alright, take our heirloom armor too. I was going to give it to Ichigo, but he's also good for nothing, so it's yours. Geez, stop it. Can't you see how this armor is practically dropping rust? You're embarrassing yourself. But your gifts are more than enough already. Alright. Thank you once again, youngster from foreign land. I wish you good fortune in your adventure ahead. चलो एक और क्वेस्ट मैंने कंप्लीट कर दिया एंड अभी हम नई तलवार बना सकते हैं एंड आई थिंक ये काफ़ी है इतना खेल लिया काफ़ी है आज के लिए
One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
आई थिंक आज हमने इतना खेला है काफ़ी है अगर मेरी वीडियो पसंद आ रही है तो लाइक बटन दबाओ आगे की वीडियो तो और देखना चाहते हो तो सब्सक्राइब बटन जरूर दबाओ उससे आपको पता चलेगा मैंने जब नई वीडियो पोस्ट करी है मैं और खेलना नहीं चाहता आज के लिए आर्कॉन क्वेस्ट करना है बट आई डोंट थिंक मेरे पास आज इतना टाइम है खेलने के लिए तो नेक्स्ट वीक या उसके नेक्स्ट वीक में खेलूँगा तो चलो टाटा बाय बाय हैव अ गुड डे मज़े करो एंजॉय करो अपनी लाइफ जियो और ठंडा लो टाटा